Hello, Mike and Moose here, and today we're going to put the finishing touches on the Revell Imperial Walker build. Next on Modeling with Mike. And hello, we're back and we're at the spray booth, and we are going to prime this bad boy. We're going to use this spray can. Uh, it's Touch and Tones gray primer, but this is enamel, I believe. See their enamel? Let's see what it is. I believe it's enamel. But anyway, this is going to cause some harmful vapors. So we are going to need our respirator mask. I'll put this on. All right. Our respirator mask is on. And we'll shake this up. Anytime you're using enamel or lacquer, you want to have your respirator mask on. And we'll turn on our ventilation system. So here we go. You want very slight burst. Okay, we got the top over. Make sure you go on the inside here. Now we stand it up. Now, make sure you get the bottom here. Good. Stand it back up. Really good down. Get all the way around. Make sure you get everything done. Make sure you get everything on the inside of the legs from the glove. There we go. I believe we got at least 95%. Alright. We'll let that ventilation suck out all the fumes before we turn this off. Alright, it's been a couple minutes, so we'll turn this off. Turn off the light. We're going to let this dry overnight. Or we'll come back and check it this evening, see if it's dry. And when it's dry,
we're going to put a coat of aluminum paint on there with our airbrush. And we'll let this dry, and we'll come back for the airbrushing part.
Okay, we're back, and we're going to put on a coat of aluminum on our Walker kit. And what we're going to need for this, we're going to need some water to rinse off our brush. This is our brush to mix our paint. Need a pipette to dispense the thinner, IPA for thinner. We're using Vallejo Model Air aluminum. And I'm using, since it's a metallic color, I am using my Galeri GHAD 39 airbrush. And I have my compressor on. So let's get started. Normally, I take my pipette and I'll put in 44 drops. Okay, there's 44 drops of IPA. Hang this up for a second. And I'll open up my aluminum, and I'll dispense 24 drops of this. That is my usual mixture. Okay, there's 24. Run the excess off the side there and mix it up. I like to mix it up in the cup. Mix it up very well. All right. And rinse off the paint off the brush and the water. Wipe it off on the paper towel, and we are ready. Now, to do this, let's get we're going to do the bottom first. Remember, have your nozzle perpendicular to the object you're painting. Paint. And there goes the paint. Okay. Nice. Going on very well. Move this leg up if I have to. You can always, if you have movable parts, move them out of the way. And you can see that I'm not wearing my mask this time. Well, we're using acrylic paint. Number one, acrylic paint, even though if you inhale it, it's not the best for you. It won't do near the damage that, say, a lacquer or a enamel will. So basically, yeah, this is going on great. Not a problem so far. Loving it, loving it. Now, I am going to turn on the fan. I forgot to do that. All right, there we go. Well, I got it on. I'll do all the insides, all the inside pieces, parts, and whatnot. And this, can't believe the coverage I'm getting with this paint today. Beautiful coverage. Okay. All right. Now, hang this up and we'll turn this around, do the other inside parts. I love how this paint is going on. It's great. Nice and even. Gonna need no time before we get on. Stand this bad boy back up. I thought this was gonna be a pain. This is a rather easy job, which is, great. I love it. I love it. Now, put that back in here. And we'll straighten out our legs. Even out everything. Now we got all the insides. We got the bottom done. So we'll mix up another cup full of paint. There's 44 drops of that. 24 drops of that. Mix it up real good. Rinse out the brush. Wipe it off on the towel. Okay, now we'll pick this bad boy up. We'll do the top. So we don't have to worry about that anymore. I love it. I love how this is going on. This is a nice, even coat. Beautiful. Sure, everything on the inside and on the sides gets it. Wow. And that's coming out great. I think that's going to look good. Get the head. Now all we got to do is just move the turntable around. Make sure we get a good coat on everything. This is going to turn out great. This is turning out beautifully. The front of that leg. Front of that leg. Hey, we're out of paint, so this is coming along beautifully, folks. Coming along beautifully. I love it. I love it. Another 44 drops. Always put your lid on your IPA because it does evaporate quickly. There's 24. And we'll mix it up real good. There we go. Rinse that off. And I believe we can finish this off here with it. Maybe. Another nice coat on here. Another that coat. Finish up this leg here. The rear end of this leg. Now, this side is next. And that's all we'll have to do. Ooh, nice. And just in time. We ran out of paint just in time. Turn off the compressor. And as you can see, our painting is done on our Imperial Walker. It is now a nice shade of aluminum. And we're going to let that dry. I'm going to put everything away. Once this is dry, we're going to go back to the cutting mat area and do a little weathering on it. So that's about all on this part. So we'll see you in a bit. Okay, we're here at the bench and we're going to do some panel lining. So we're going to put some blast marks on here and some grime and some snow marks, snow and ice marks on the feet with our makeup kits. So here's what we need. We got our model. It has been primed and painted. Came out great. We need our panel line marker, our makeup kits, need a makeup applicator. I'm going to get out another one just in case, and a makeup brush to spread it all out. So first, let's get some panel lines marked on this thing. We're just going to take our marker and mark in the panel lines. Real easy. And we're just going to, everywhere there's a panel line, we're going to mark it. So far, so good. And this is coming along very quickly. We're doing very well on it. Yes. Loving it. And down here. Get this part. That. Oh, let's see what else here. That. We need these here. Everywhere it seems to go off, we can always clean it up. There we go. And we'll all right. There's that side. We'll get this side. Go over here. And there we go. Okay. These around here. Yes. Whoops. Oh, went a little off there. Ran to that leg. And leg threw the marker off. Always got to look out for odd shaped areas, because that can always throw your marker off. And you get areas like that and that. Which is okay, because you can always clean them up. We are about done with panel lining. And there we go. So there's our panel lining. I'm going to get these little feet down here on the sides. Mark that. And there we go. Okay. Now, next thing, we want some blast marks. So we're going to have to find the darkest shade of this we have. And that is this one right here. Okay, so we get a nice little bit. And we just sort of throw it on there. Throw another one over here. Maybe one back here. This guy's been through it. One more up here. Just for good kicks and happy stuff here. Now, on this side, we'll do the same thing. We'll put one back here. Here, how about that? Right in the back. This is just women's makeup we're using from the dollar store for our blast marks. Put one down here. One right over here. Blast marks, or rather, yeah, there we go. Now, what this is used for, we'll just spread this stuff out. And as you can see, some of it's spreading around, like you get little swirls there. And you get over here. Look at that. Yeah. Okay, now we want some rust on like the legs. I'm going to put rust marks on the joints. So we're going to use, I think I'm going to use this right here. Try that out first. This is just breaking up. So we have a little rust going on here. Let's try this up here in the corner. Maybe that isn't gonna. Put a little rust up here. And this one. Yeah. Rust going on here. All right, and rust down there. Rust down there. Then we gotta go on the inside here. And get rust going on there. Yeah. Some nice rust looking stuff going on. Okay, now this side. There we go. One side. There is the other. Then all we got to do is take our brush and spread it out. All right, now that's it for that. We'll spread this out. Make it look a little more natural. Here we go. Get okay. There we go. Yes. All right. Spreading that out. Now all we got to do is we got to put some light shade on these feet. Make it look like sort of like ice or snow. So we go to our lighter shades. The lightest shade we got, which is right here. Go to the other end of the, we need to just put it down there around the feet. And there we go. Around here and around here. Around this one. Then we just take our brush after we're done applying it. There we go. Close that up. Brush it even, or, you know, uneven or whatever you want to call it. And it's exactly what I wanted. You just want to hint of it. Just want a hint of it. Okay. There is your weathered walker. Now we'll be back and we'll show it in a nice little musical montage. Okay, let's give you some final thoughts on this kit. It's a good kit. It's very nice for a starter. I mean, the only thing I have to say about it are some of the parts go together real tight, and it takes a lot of force, it seems, to get them together, especially the two main parts of the body. It took me a lot of force to finally get those together, and I wonder if a little kid could do that. Now, a grown adult, yeah, but a little kid, maybe not. So that's a little mark against it, but that's not a major thing. You can have adult supervision, an adult can help a kid and all that. But overall, nice kit, good kit, starter kit for a kid. We're still going to have to put a matte clear coat on it to seal everything in, seal all the weathering and stuff in. But other than that, it was a fun build and a great kit. Don at Wizard Tower Games, thank you very much again for the whole goodie box, not just the kit, even though the kit was more than enough. So that's it, the completed Star Wars Revell Imperial Walker kit. So if you built your own Imperial Walker, let me know in the comment section. Next video, the week of the 4th, I am shutting down and doing some upgrades that week on the channel. So the next video is going to be an update on what I decide to do and all the upgrades that I'm expecting to do with the channel to make it better. So that's the next video. So I have nothing left. I think this is more than enough for one video. That being said, you know what we always say around here. Never stop pushing your modeling boundaries. Until next time, bye-bye.